You know what, let's be serious for a moment, let's take time to reflect. I know there's a lot of hate in Generation 1 because, oh, the designs are outdated or they're just kind of lame, but I think they're charming. A lot of my toys are based on Generation 1 characters. Yeah, G1ers can eat it! In most known incarnations, we've come to expect something out of Optimus Prime. He is the heroic leader worthy of the Prime title in the battle against the Decepticons, and sometimes also a guy who turned out to be the Moon. The 2002 series Transformers Armada portrayed him as such. The original toy had a motorized feature with no joints in the legs, so it's very pleasing to see Legacy dive more into the Unicron trilogy with the new version, sadly missing out on the minicons. Armada Optimus Prime transforms into this super out-of-nowhere semi-rigged trailer. I don't know if it's based on anything in particular, nor do I care, because wow, this thing seems unique. Check out how flat and down it is. It makes the truck look strangely swift, but still large. The long back helps the trailer to make those quick and heavy turns. It's so dense, and I love how the truck uses regular wheels, but the trailer uses treads. Such a contrast to its heavy-duty carrier. It pops off, but it's not really meant to swap with others like Motormaster. Without Optimus, you can stand it up with these beams on the side. You know, these boxes look like a road hazard bumping into cars, but I'd assume they're extra storage, or, hear me out, some sort of boosters? I do like the hidden missiles and inner panels with the blue stripe and Autobot symbol to give it that G1 edge. But it's certainly not a clean trailer. More so, it's just to compact and house the legs. You can spot portholes on the side and 3 on top with a spot for the blaster. As for Optimus himself, the front is wide with the iconic shape of the center grille and top canopy, as well as the silver smokestacks on the side. I love the use of silver, and the wheels roll fine with painted rims. The entire front feels like a fist with the brunt force of a giant truck. There's portholes in the back including the hands, and a bonus one with the symbol piece taken off. Perhaps the back is a bit too long and the fists are too obvious, but it's a good rectangular shape. We can add blast effects, and you can open the matrix if you want that to slam into Decepticon faces. For someone that never owned the original Armada Optimus Prime, aside from the McDonald's toy that I unfortunately lost, and the build-to-rule figure, the whole setup is very impressive. The trailer might come across as messy, but it's meant to look like this, and the truck has the right shapes. Robot mode. Oh wow, what a wicked, stern version of Optimus Prime. It's different, especially with the grille on the chest and lack of window boobs, but we all know who this is. But before that, just like the original, the trailer becomes a base, and there's no ramps anymore, just the pants spread out with the treads behind, and a gunner that, if you remove, makes it a whole lot of nothing. I do like the missiles, and you can attach the blaster. I guess Optimus can stand on top, but I miss those Earthrise ramps. My advice, and this really changed my view with one quick mod, turn the gun and have it backwards. Not only can Optimus actually reach the gunner, but the feet can use blast ports, the knees can be used as turrets, there's more rockets, and even the heel panel looks like some sort of weapon. Alright, back on Optimus. This is probably one of the best Optimus Primes in my Chug collection, even without the genes. He's so incredibly sturdy, the shape is right on point, he has all the iconic nods you could ever want, just missing that punching gimmick. How far we've come since Bendy Prime. I think the shoulders could have locked in, but if you want that motion, it's there. The crotch has a weird split, but the chest locks it in. There's various gold details, and just look at it. God, he's sexy! That head is on point with the classic nods and swept back ears, even if the eyes look too serious. I feel like he's disappointed in me, but does that make him even more sexier? I don't know. Someone's like, articulate! Ball jointed head, shoulders out and in, forward to back rotation below, double elbow, wrist rotation, hips out and in, forward to back rotation below, knee bend, and foot tilt. Posability is very good with all the tight joints, that the hot rod shoulders don't ruin it. No waist joint, but considering everything going on, that's no shame. I guess if you unlock the chest, you can use it as an ab crunch. Let's take a look at the accessories. He can hold the rifle, but I'll admit it seems a bit too large here. Good thing you can attach the arm blasters, painted in silver with blast ports. These can be stored on the back. Then there's the Autobot symbol, which plugs in with a 5mm port. Kinda looks like a minicon panel, which you can find another reference under the waist panel. Not enough? Open the chest for the Matrix of Leadership based on the animation. Too bad he can't hold it, but it's there. If you open the chest again, you can find his spark chamber shaped like the one seen in Beast Wars. This is perfectly fine on its own. In fact, they could just sell him by itself. Now, let's put on some pants. Now, in the figurative and literal sense, this is where everything comes together. The original had a motorized gimmick for the legs to automatically transform, but the pants now transform traditionally, which is good for two things. One, you can pose them, and two, liar liar, pants are not on fire. The kibble might seem like a lot hanging off the back, especially the gun. I guess you could pop it off if it helps, but this isn't far off from the original. I don't care as long as he looks good, and man does he ever. Look at the new chunky legs and the entire cab as the chest. Oh, he finally gets the window boobs. So many gold details reveal just how serious things get. I love how the waist panels form the big shoulders, and now the hands don't look out of place. I guess we got knee blasters. I will say the cab sinks pretty far into the body, but that's not enough to stop me from saying, "Sup, sexy, how you doing?" I know I keep saying it's sexy, but look at him! Look at the head. It's so different than what we've been used to. Not just for the bold gold taking over, but the multi-layered mask and new pipes on the side. The eyes should be red, but this works too. This almost like articulation! Ball joint ahead, shoulders out and in, forward and back rotation below, elbow bend, wrist rotation, fingers, waist rotation, hips out and in, forward and back rotation below, knee bend, and foot tilt. It's really not hard to pose them, and the joints are pretty strong. If I was forced to complain, the shoulder panels might pop open, the side hip panels might catch the legs with the tab underneath, and the waist carries the back kibble, but I chose denial, so I love this. Let's take a look at the accessories. Not only does he have missiles on the back, but the rifle we saw looks so much better here. The smokestacks can attach, but it doesn't really change much. You can store it on the back, and there's a slot that can potentially attach to the Overlord set. Flip the hands, and if you got blast effects that can be used as blasters. If you couldn't guess or wasn't paying any attention and just wasted my time, this is an incredible Optimus Prime. It's not for everyone, but if that's the case, it's likely because the design isn't something you like, but I can't deny that they did a good job. It looks the part, it's sturdy, the plastic feels good, the combination actually works. There's a few quirks and the base is an afterthought, but I will say it is perhaps one of the best chug Optimus Prime figures made. I think the ears make a noise.
Allspark TV. Now that's just Prime.